Hi, and welcome to the Marvel Rivals Review, a podcast where four men in their 30s talk all things Marvel Rivals, from the news to the balance and all the inevitable drama that comes with being an online community. I am Conrad Guther, and like always, I'm joined with my co-host, Dahita Work,
Hello, hello.
Florida Man,
You're
and Vance Helsing.
What's up?
Oh, not much. How have you guys been in the last couple weeks? How's it been going?
It's been going great. I mean, I haven't been playing a whole bunch of Marvel Rivals because
Yeah.
I've been playing everything else, but it's been good. It's been good. Enjoying the new season.
What you been playing?
I've been playing Split Fiction, and I'm playing South of Midnight Fire Game, and Alan Wake 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, also terrifying game. I was playing that alone in my room with the lights off and my headphones on, scaring the lights out of myself.
That's right. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. All right, Vance, what about you?
It's been going all right. We in my household are in the process of quitting bad habits, so it's been a rough week or two so far. And I've been playing a lot of Devil May Cry because the anime just came out on Netflix for the fourth time or whatever this anime has been made. It was really
You're
good.
cutting in and out. You're
Am I
cutting in and out? Yeah.
See if that like Discord setting where it's like echo suppression, it did that to me. I had to change that. I had to turn it off. Just kept cutting my mic out.
There. Now my noise
Okay.
suppression is off. No, it shouldn't be cutting out as much.
Okay. What about you, Florida Man? How's it been?
Yeah, it's been good. I had a busy couple weeks at work, so I just in the last couple days have I gotten back into it. I played on Wednesday night a little bit of Rivals with some of my friends, and should not have played, but I hadn't played in like almost 2 weeks, so I really wanted to. But I knew it was one of those days where I was like, it's like trying to play a sport when you're like really feeling like crap, right? It's like I was too tired, and so I didn't have good games at all that day. And my mental was just terrible. And then today I played a little bit with one of my buddies this morning, and like we had some, you watched one of them. We had some, I feel like, pretty good games, and I was definitely playing a lot better. So I was like awake. So but it's been fun. Yeah, I also been playing a little bit of other stuff. My friend and I just started trying this game called Supervive pretty recently, which was pretty fun, but like unfortunately has like not had the best initial marketing and launch. And so is it still in the beta now? Technically, I think it's actually fully released now, but it's not looking great for it unless they change some stuff. So we'll see. But it's just like a fun game to play when I'm like tilted of / bored with Rivals. So it's like a game that's PvP, but I don't feel like the need to take it as seriously as I sometimes can take Rivals. So yeah, it's been fun.
Nice. Unlike you guys who have been taking the beginning of the season kind of casually, all the power to you. I've been in the trenches. I've been at war lately. It's something we'll talk about. But other than that, pretty exciting. New character in Overwatch comes Tuesday. New game mode, Stadium. So that's exciting for fans of both games. And I've been playing Snap. But other than that, just working. I did buy one of those automatic cat litter boxes. That's a game changer. That's right there. That's lit. People out there, if you got cats and you got the extra money, buy one of those. It's so nice. They even have like a deodorization. Yeah, it has a deodorization function. So oh god, it's so much better than scooping poop every day. I'm just saying.
Yes.
I'm just saying. All right. I'd like to take this time at the beginning of the podcast. I was like, everybody, if you haven't already joined our Discord, join it in the link below. We got some cool guys out there. We do games every other week when we don't play or when we're not doing a podcast. We like to play games with the community. So come by for that. We'll have that on Saturday. It's going to be fun. Also, the YouTube is relatively new. Please like and subscribe and all that jazz there. Right?
Yes.
So I was perusing Spotify after we published our last episode. And I've been at war with myself on whether or not I should bring this up or
let
not.
The voices win.
But I'm gonna let the voices win. There was a comment on our podcast that I deleted, but it was there, and I'm not gonna dox the guy who put it because he left his real name there for some reason. But like he did put a rather rude comment aimed at me. I feel where he said, I don't want to listen to a podcast that's hosted by the annoying kid from the Polar Express.
Man, that was
Damn.
hard, though. You can't even be that mad. That was...
But like, what kills me is though, is like he obviously did listen to the podcast, and then I guess my voice pissed him off enough where he had to leave a comment.
Uh,
I just don't get it. I don't get
Yep.
it.
Yeah, people be weird that way on the internet sometimes.
I mean, I
Weird.
think I think I won because you engaged my content, but I'm not sure.
See, that's
honestly.
the thing you have to remember. It's not. It doesn't matter if they say good or bad things, as long as they are engaging in it's engagement-based matchmaking. That's all it is.
Right.
Yep.
Engagement-based matchmaking. But if you're
We've
out there
come
listening to
full
this
circle.
episode, dude, you can lick my scrote. Moving on.
1v1 him out in Rivals. See how that goes.
Right.
So let's talk about the news first, because there's a couple things to talk about. The first thing I'd like to talk about in terms of the news is the new experimental function they put on with season 2, which is the experimental shader compilation thing. Have you guys seen that? You seen this? Have you heard
Yeah.
about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Now, like, this is supposed to make it like help with memory leakage or something for lower NPCs that can make it so the game runs a little bit smoother.
Mm.
Have you guys experienced this? Have you tried this? Have you noticed any difference playing with this?
I did notice a difference, especially on my computer, but it was giving me like a static effect, like you were watching like the Spider-Man 99 like outro. It was just everywhere though. So I turned it off because I was like, I don't know. It said it was experimental, so I was like, I can't expect much, but it did help. It did help. If they like fix it a little bit, I think it'll be definitely helpful.
I mean, I didn't try it because if it's like you said, it seems to be for lower end PCs. My PC's pretty up to date, so I didn't even bother with it.
Yeah.
So you work in like technical stuff, right? So it's like,
Yes.
if your PC, I'm sure, is like very good. Yeah, my PC is not like crazy high end. It's like got a decent graphics card, and I didn't buy it that long ago. So I also haven't tried it because I haven't noticed a ton of issues. But to be fair, I play on like the lowest graphical settings, but I do that in like every competitive game because I have like max frame rate, sweaty.
Yeah.
But so I think if I played on like higher settings, like for better graphics or whatever, I probably would feel a difference with it. But I don't, so it's been okay. Yeah.
So like I tried it, but I also have a very nice PC. I mean, my PC costs more than my first car. Kind of like that's how much money I've spent on my
nice,
PC.
then.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that's well, it's only $3,000, right? That's not that bad.
Holy
Still,
crap!
yeah,
You paid, well, I guess not this PC that I have currently, but the one that I gave to my wife. I spent about $2,500 on it.
Yeah, I say nice PCs are not cheap. That's for sure. Yeah, you can get like a one that runs Rivals perfectly well for probably like 1,000. Like I recently got like a gaming laptop a while ago for like when I'm traveling, just so I can do like work, and then also if I want to play games, and like that was $1,000, and it's like, granted I bought it recently, but it's like almost as good of like quality as like my actual like tower PC that I bought like 4 years ago, just because that's how technology like progression works.
Yeah.
So like, give it another year, and I bet you'll be able to buy like that same one for like maybe $700 now that the new 5000 series graphics card is out. The old ones are going to get cheaper, and like you don't need a crazy high graphics card to run Rivals really well. I think I have like a 3090, which is like not a bad graphics card by any means, but like they're in the 5,000s now. So like, it's I think that's good news for the game, because that means as it gets cheaper to like have the machinery to run it, it's going to get more accessible to everybody, which is great. And it's good that they're on the dev side doing things that I think are going to solve that problem and make it run on more devices so more people can enjoy the game, because it's fun. It's a fun game.
Soon
That's
we'll be
one thing
getting Marvel Rivals on mobile. That's where we're
Yeah,
at.
Yeah, well,
once it's on the Switch, then we've made it.
There you go.
That's one thing I will say that Overwatch has done very well. Is like they, granted it's different. They've had over a decade to do it, but like they do make the game very accessible to like anybody, anywhere. So
and that's a big thing.
Rivals will get there.
Yeah, that's I think what honestly is the biggest flaw Rivals has is because it isn't accessible anywhere, especially some poorer countries around the world that can't buy a $3,000 PC and kind of write it off. But like I said, it's good to see them working on this, because that will bring a lot of people to the game. So let's
It'd be
hope.
nice if they made it work on like older gen consoles, because like you just straight up can't use it on PS4 or Xbox 360 or the one. I don't remember what. I think it's Xbox One even. Like, I was like, you can only
PlayStation for
use it
life.
on you can only use it on PS5 or the Series 1X, I think, right now. You can't
Yeah.
use it on the like one generation older consoles, which is fine mostly, but like one of my friends took forever to try Rivals because he just didn't have a PS5. He had a PS4. And like that was
That
like one of the
Unreal
things that
Engine
got him to
5.
upgrade because I kept plugging him. Like, just kidding. I was like, you have money, get yourself a PS5.
So, yeah. Any more on the experimental graphics things? Everybody agrees this is a win. Like they're continuously making effort to make the game more accessible, which is all we can really ask.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's a dub.
all right, it's a dub. So the next bit of news I want to talk about is the season 2 event with the Mantis skin, like the floral Mantis skin. Now this game's a bit easier than like the other ones we have. Like there's not even a game mode added really. This is just kind of do missions and complete a tic-tac-toe board.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I did, like the first week that it was out, I played it, and I played what 4 or 5 games with you guys and completed an entire board, like all 9 rows or all squares of it, and I was like, I don't even know what I did, but I'm glad I did it, I guess.
You played Emma Frost.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Oh.
the missions have been they've been really easy to go. And on that same note, really, like this change from the like remember how we talked about how they changed to these weekly missions?
Mhm.
There are a lot less like, you know, you must play this character. They're just like these bland tanking, healing DPS missions that I am really liking because I can play what I want and complete these missions. So
Yeah.
It's a lot simpler, I feel too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, in other news, and a little bit of drama here too, is
Hooray.
there was and I'm gonna butcher this Japanese word here, but here we are. The
Ooh, let me help.
Sorry, Japanese
Yatsukagi, the Yatsukagi penny skin came
Hmm.
out. Yes. How do we feel about
Yatsukagi?
that one? Yeah,
It's
it's
gorgeous.
pretty. It is.
I like
I
it.
don't like it.
I'm
But
about
it's
to get
nice.
it. I'm waiting
Yeah.
until I get a few more blue credits because I almost
Ah.
have enough without having to spend any of my like whatever the gold ones are, the paid ones. So I'm just gonna
Yeah.
wait.
I
I think
like.
it's dope.
Yeah, I think it's dope too. It's just not for me. Like I would never play it, but I like its emotes where you know it's being all silly in the background. I like that.
I'm
Is
for
it
sure
supposed to be
getting it
like
'cause I have a-
It looks like those Chinese dragons that like you know you've got the
Yeah.
8 people standing or standing underneath it, or the lion, whatever it is. That's what
It's a
it reminds me
similar
of.
thing. I think it's actually like I forget the name of the like the thing, but it's like one of the I'm pretty sure it's based off of the Japanese like one of the Oni masks, like one of the variations of that. I just don't remember which one. Probably Yatsukagi. That would be like that would
Mhm.
make sense, wouldn't it? But it's I don't remember actually as much, but it does look similar to the face that's on like the Chinese dragons, but I think it's specifically like the Japanese thing just from the name of the skin and then also Penny Parker being Japanese, I'm pretty sure, right? Like
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will also say
think-
about the skin, the head of the spider bot looks, the googly eyes looks really
Yeah.
ridiculous. I hope the eyes just like flounder around as she moves around.
They kind of do. I'm pretty sure. Like, yeah, it's a silly skin. It's just like it doesn't fit my like hero identity of something I like because I'm a cringe lord. But like, I do like the skin. I think it's creative.
Yeah.
Now,
it goes with the Spidey skin that's in the battle pass. So I'm assuming they're gonna at some point have a Venom skin that like is a similar motif to those two, and so then you can run the trio. So that's what I'm
Yes.
waiting for.
So another thing that I wanted to talk about, another skin that came out at the same time ish, is the Doctor Strange zombie skin, which I bought immediately. It's-
I'm gonna be real. I was a little disappointed in that one.
oh, here's the
Aw.
drama. Let's go.
Yeah,
Tell me about
I liked it. I mean, I like it overall. Like, actually, I think you can go back on a previous podcast. We were talking about them doing that skin. And it was like, we need the zombie strange skin. They gave it to us, but the hands aren't there unless you're doing your E, like the collar hands. I
Yeah.
want them all over all the time, not just
Yeah.
like the little cloak.
Yeah.
if you
Do
don't
they
give
show
it
up
to
if
me,
you're
give it to me.
reloading? Do they show up
I
if you're
think it's-
reloading too?
I think it's only when you alt and when you like
Ah.
use your E.
Yeah,
okay.
it's when you
Well,
all
those are
use
only
your E,
complaints
they
with
show up. Yep. Yeah.
Interesting. I would have thought they would show up during the reload animation because that's normally he like has like the little after images of his hands. So I guess maybe that'd be hard to program in, possibly. I don't know. But
But like Yeah, that's the drama though. People are, and gamers are never happy
Right.
regardless. but they're saying they feel misled and mismarketed because every image of that skin has the collar hands on it. Every
Oh.
single one you go back and look at has that, and because it's not there constantly, people feel misled and they don't think like the skin. Yeah.
See, I think this is like the weird duality of it, because if you have those hands that stick up at that far or whatever, then it adds into, okay, should that be considered part of his hitbox then?
Yeah.
Because then there's going to
Agreed.
be the one side that's like, no, it's just cosmetic. It shouldn't change the actual hitbox of his skin. But there's going to be players that are like, I'm shooting directly at those hands.
Yeah.
Why
yeah.
are they not inflicting damage?
I bet that's why
So-
they did it. That's a really good point, Vance. Yeah.
But that Thor skin, like just released with the big ass like furry back, like it looks cool, but you can't see anything because if you could do that, like you can give me my Doctor Strange hands. Like those aren't
That's
gonna take
true,
up as
too.
much space.
Yeah.
Like it's so fuzzy, just like you got a big old red, just I don't know,
Yeah.
deer
So
or
who's
whatever he's supposed to be.
So who's right and who's wrong here? Are the Marvel Rivals devs in the wrong, or is the gaming community in general in the wrong here for expecting too much?
Well, if it's
Yes.
anything
Well, we
like
always
Reddit
suspect too
or
much.
Twitch, then it's generally the community that's wrong.
Yeah.
The developers know what they're doing, or unless it's Blizzard, then they don't really know what they're doing half the time.
I feel like it's totally valid to feel disappointed that like your expectations were let down. At the same time, like, come on, man. Like that's not the dev's fault that you had an emotional reaction to what they put out. Like that's normal. It's okay. Like it's okay to feel disappointed and not like think that the devs are terrible at the same time.
I don't want people. I don't want people. I don't want people. I don't want people. I don't want
You're
people.
you're
I don't want people.
thinking
I don't want people. I
like
don't want
too
people.
much of
I
a
don't want people.
reasonable
I don't
human
want people.
being, and
I
I'm
don't want
gonna
people.
need you
I
to
don't want
step
people.
back
I don't
and
want
take a
people. I don't
side.
want people. Yeah, this is the internet. We are filled with degeneracy,
Nah,
and you need to
nah,
make a stance.
nah. Change the culture. Change the
Yeah,
culture.
okay.
I feel that, Florida man.
I feel it. I feel it.
Too many
Man,
babies out there. Get it together.
yeah, I personally think like I can see both sides too. Like I understand why someone's disappointed, but at the same time, I think it's ridiculous. People are like, give me my money back. You lied to me and misadvertised, and you're still playing with the skin, dude. Like I can't tell you how many zombie Doctor Stranges I've seen since yesterday when the skin came out. So
I think one thing they could do to like alleviate that from happening in the future though would be like it took Overwatch a while to do this, but I really like the feature of like previewing skins in the practice range. Like just let you equip whatever skin you want in the practice range so you can see how it looks in the game, and that way before you buy it you can like, that'd be nice. So maybe they'll add that feature. They've been good about adding features so far that the community wants, so maybe one day they'll do that. But
You can escape the highlights now. Did you guys know that? I don't know if we talked about that.
Oh my
No,
god!
Yeah.
Freedom.
thank God.
It's beautiful. You can hit
How was
escape
that
and
not
it's
all over
over.
the patch notes?
That's what I'm saying. I was so excited.
I haven't noticed, but I just know, like, I get this feeling of dread every time I when I'm trying to upvote people and I accidentally click on their
Yes.
highlight. And I'm like, no.
Oh my gosh. My favorite Rivals meme that I ever saw was like, that scene from the very first Doctor Strange movie where like the Master of Masters like touches him and he like gets like his soul is like yoinked through space time. Like it was that scene, and it was the comments was like when I go to upvote somebody and accidentally click the highlighting I was like, oh my god, this is so true.
Actually,
Can
real.
watch Iron Man fly into a wall
Right.
for 30 seconds.
Right. It was like the first week that Rivals came out, and I saw that meme, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is the most relatable thing ever."
Yeah.
That's
So
a huge change. What button do you have to press to get it to escape? Is it just the escape key?
Escape. Yep, you can hit
Okay.
escape now.
yeah.
It's like right after you like click it. Basically, once it like starts to go, you can hit it and it'll let you.
Intuitive. We love
There-
it. Oh,
there are gods, and they are the Marvel Rivals devs.
they do exist.
they have heard our prayers.
Right.
Oh, okay. So the next thing I want to talk about is that it came out that select skins, there's like 4 of them right now, you can spend 600 currency on to get a color change. What do we think about that?
What's
I
the
didn't actually.
ratio of or the exchange rate for?
It's about $6.
Yeah, I think the lattice is like
Terrible.
was it the blue or the gold one with is 1-to-1 or something like they added a new
Yeah.
currency or something, right? I thought
Yeah,
it was
It's
Yeah.
the blue. It's the blue one, right? Yeah, it's 1-to-1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that new currency, the unstable something, and that's what you
Is
use
there?
on the color skin. Yeah, there's a new currency, but you can't earn it for free until season 3, at which they will do like
Oh.
events and stuff so that you can earn that currency.
Oh, interesting. So right
But
now
they
you
only have
to,
like 4 characters you can do that with right now or something.
yeah.
I feel like it'll
Yes.
be cooler once we get more. Like if I
Yeah.
can change my Spider-Man 2099 skin, that'd be cool.
I just
I
feel
think
like
it's good.
$6 is kind of pricey, like because the skins are already like $18 to $20, $18 to $25, and I got to spend another $6 just to change the color from red to blue. Like, come on,
Maybe. Yeah.
that's excessive.
I have no idea if that's the problem is that like I have no idea if that's a fair price or not because I have no idea how much it actually takes to
Mhm.
like code that in like how much developer work does it take to code a simple what it should in theory be a simple color change into the game.
Well,
Like,
it's not just the skin; it's also everything that's tied to that skin. So
Right,
like your
the highlight
banners and
intros,
and your
yes.
banners and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's more than you would think, I think. I'd like is it, is that the price point that they need? Maybe not. I don't know. Like, but it's not like they're charging like, $10 or something like
Mhm.
that would be like a little bit more egregious, right? Like I feel like $6 for a simple recolor is like somewhat reasonable. I feel like
And-
keeping it even 5 would be like a little bit psychologically more
And I
more
guess
I feel like 5 is
also-
the best
Yeah.
number.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I guess also you can earn because you convert the blue currency into this unstable
No,
stuff,
you
right?
convert gold. You convert
It's
the
only
gold
one
currency.
right now. Yeah, I wish you
Oh.
could convert the free currency that you get, the blue one, into
Yeah.
it. Would be nice, but maybe they'll do that one day. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because like you buy everything else with the blue currency, and you can buy more of the blue currency by buying the gold currency if you really want more, without having to wait to earn it from the battle pass or events or whatever. So I don't know. It's a free game. I don't mind them making their bread.
Yeah, this has
$6
been-
is, like,
I guess that's fair.
okay. Yeah.
This has been a hot topic though. Like there's been a lot of YouTube videos and stuff by some pretty big content creators. Like this is a massive loss for Marvel Rivals. But I want you out there in the comments to tell me who amongst you really thought we were gonna get these skin color changes for free.
Yeah.
like, please tell me which of you were foolish enough to believe the capitalist machine wasn't gonna chug along. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
did. It did seem like it was going to be like, I don't remember if it was like specifically worded as that it would be free, but it did seem like in the developer blog where they talked about it, I do remember thinking to myself, wait, are these going to be free? They never said. I think it was sort of implied that they would be like mostly like included, but again, like it's, if they spend manpower and hours, trying to like put it into the game, like it makes sense they have to charge for it because they have to pay the developers. So
yeah.
I think what will
Yeah.
inevitably happen is there will become bundles where you can either just buy the
Yeah.
base skin or you can buy the base skin with the chromas attached to them.
yeah, for sure. That's probably exactly how it'll be.
Because this is exactly the same way that League of Legends does their skins and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
Yeah, nothing
Yeah.
nothing new here.
Nope.
They did a thing for the players. They expect to be paid a little bit for it.
Yeah,
How
I
dare
mean,
they?
I think $6 or whatever that is out in Monopoly money in other countries. Just kidding. Don't all everybody shoot me, but I think $6 USD is 1/3 the price of these purple skins that usually sell around 1,800. So the
Yeah.
600 is like 1/3 the price. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yeah,
Personally, I can understand why people are upset about it, but I do think gamers are also the kind of people, and I say this as being a gamer, who like to find things to be mad at sometimes.
yeah.
So
My advice to people when it comes to like skins before people get mad at the prices, I'm always like, okay, like evaluate like how much you actually want it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of times there's a tendency and like it's intentional, like it's coded into us because like we're marketed to like want to do this, but like everybody wants to collect like every freaking skin and every like, everything that is released. And I'm like, it's okay to just say like, no, I don't really like, I like, even for my main, I don't buy like every single skin. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's totally fine to just be happy with what you already have and be like, yeah, I don't really need this right now. Like maybe I'll wait like a year for it to go on sale for like $5 or something, like, and you just, be okay with that. I know it's like a hard thing to sell to people because it's like, but this is America. I want it now.
So
Like,
you mentioned the whole collecting like every skin type thing. Maybe it's just
Mm.
like our generation of gamers that do you remember playing video games and you would go through and try and unlock every single thing because that was the
Mhm.
definition of being like a true gamer,
Yep.
was
Mhm.
completionist style type
Oh
things.
yes.
I
Yeah.
think
Oh
that's where a
yes.
lot of this stems from. It's us
Probably.
older gaming generation that's like, no, I have to have everything or I'm not a real completionist. I'm not a real gamer.
Yeah.
That's where I feel like it stems from because I find
Mm.
myself doing that like even in newer games. I'm like, okay, so where are the secrets? Where's all the
Mm.
special stuff that I need to find? Because I don't want to
Yeah.
pay $5 to unlock the skin. I want to figure out how to do it myself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it's a psychological thing too. If you give people like a checklist of things and specifically like leave things like unchecked, those will be the ones that stick in people's mind. Like
Yeah.
it's why actually it's really interesting. If you like don't actually beat a game, you'll remember more about it than if you like complete the entire game. Like I can tell you every detail of Elden Ring because I got to the final boss and stopped. Just let it sit. And I remember my friends were like, "How do you remember like every little like where everything is and all these details?" I'm like, "It's because it sticks in my brain because I never finished it." So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Now, yeah, I think is like as I get older, like the FOMO of it all doesn't
Mm.
affect me as much either
Mm,
as like I
that's
did when
true.
I was like when League of Legends first came out and I was in high school and I was in like 10th grade playing League of Legends and I'm like trying to scrounge together $15 to buy the new Pulsefire Ezreal skin and it's like I need it, like it's not a thing anymore, right? Like
Mm.
So
Yeah.
with League specifically, because I was in the military, I was single, and I had an expendable income. It was to the point that I had every single League of Legends skin, with the exception of like the old like Victorious skins, and like I would open a random chest for like a skin shard or whatever and re-roll it, and it was like, we can't give you anything. You've gotten everything already. I'm like, huh. I've done it.
Well,
I spent $6
oh
grand on
no.
this game and I unlocked everything. I
Oh
did it,
I
boys.
I have beat League of Legends.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I
The
quit
game is
playing,
so-
and now there's 17 more characters with 45
Oh my gosh.
skins each. So
Yeah.
I'm behind now.
Yep.
I failed.
Did he work anything else on colored skins? Different colored skins, sorry.
What do you mean by that?
What do I My bad. I don't. You know, I just don't see color, dude. I just don't see color. You know?
Yeah,
I don't know what you mean, man.
yeah, you know, I enjoy all kind of colors. So yeah, give me all the colored skins.
That's right.
all the
Got it.
the colored skins, I'll take them.
Oh my
Sounds good.
God.
Sounds good. I love it. I love it.
All right, next subject.
All right, the next subject is Emma Frost in review.
Crying.
Like,
Oh,
let's go. Let's okay. Emma Frost. Who's got thoughts before I go?
mommy, crush me, please.
Boy.
God, that
Dude.
woman. Oh,
Gameplay anyway.
Gameplay. We're talking about
Yo.
gameplay, dude.
God.
Like, where
She's
does she?
tough.
Where does she fall? She's tough.
Yeah, she can counter a
Y'all have seen
lot.
that glitch that happens when you're out with her and you look like straight up at the ceiling, right? That's like
Oh yeah,
very
yeah,
important,
yeah.
yes.
Very
Oh,
rare
wow.
strat.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
proper strat.
I'm
Actually,
sorry.
game
There's a
breaking.
strat to stare straight up with her? Question
Yeah,
mark?
Yeah. Look it up.
yeah.
I actually saw a video of like this dude was like, "What is going on in my quick play games?" It's like everybody in line to get choke slammed by
Oh,
the
yeah.
enemies. Frost.
That was so funny. They were like, "Nah, there's a line."
Yeah.
There's just a Jeff like walking up.
Yeah. Like, oh my god.
Oh man, yeah.
What up?
She's a obviously the design of the character. Like people have gone back and forth on the whole controversy thing. I was watching. One of my friends sent me a reel the other day on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, whichever short form video content you prefer.
Mhm.
And it was the content creator Cruzadar, who, if you don't know, does a lot of like D&D, Baldur's Gate, and then she's been playing Marvel Rivals a ton. And she was like commenting, she was like, "Man," she was like, "can we just get like some G-string for the men, in this game?" And then she was like, "But really, when I think about it, they do have those skins for the men, just no one really talks about them as much. But like the Iron Fist skin, that, believe me, the girlies and the gays, we know. Like the Iron Fist skin this season, ooh, okay. All right, that one's good."
And Venom is literally twerking. Like, come
Right.
on,
Yeah,
that's
yes,
equality.
exactly.
That man is
Yeah.
caked
So,
up
like,
and
yeah,
twerking.
they're not above. They're not above like putting the men in skimpy outfits either. It's just like not as obvious, I
Obvious. Yeah, yeah.
suppose. Yeah, because it's not as marketed as much. But yeah, no,
Mhm.
the design fantastic. Gameplay wise, love her. Very very fun. Might be broken, not sure yet. Her ult is super good. I think paired with Magneto, she's really strong. She's been permabanned a lot. I've been like looking at a few higher level games for the coaching group that I participate in, and like, oh
Mhm.
yeah, she's banned all the time. So yeah, might
I
be meta, not sure.
I don't know. I honestly think her ultimate might be the weaker part of her kit. Honestly,
Really,
Yeah.
I think
I
if you
think
use
well,
it well though, because
yeah, I
like
think yeah, but I could say that about almost any ultimate.
yeah,
But like her ultimate is just like it's easy to dodge, but it does like really mess up a couple characters like transformation heroes
mm,
that transform and you just like ult them. Like I can't tell you how many times I've been playing the Human Torch and I go pop ult and she just pops ult and stares at me in the sky, so I just
Yeah.
die and I'm like okay, like
yeah. If you can ult a support just before they get their ultimate and can
Mhm.
reactively pop it and like prevent them from using it during the fight and kill them, it's so good. But that
problem
just
is
takes
that yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, the problem is the port can pop behind a shield or cover, pop their ult, and then come back out. Like
yeah.
it's like
I
okay,
mean, but how often do they play behind the cover all the time? It's like yeah, it's there's ways to play around it, but I think that's good. Like that's
yeah,
a well
yeah, for
designed
sure.
ult. If it's like if it doesn't seem that strong, but like if you do like you use it well, then like it's strong, then that's like what you want, right? Like that's yeah, good design. I feel like I don't know. I'm not a hero designer, but like
Yeah.
it seems good to me.
I have about 10 hours or so on her right now, and I think the strongest part of her kit by far is shifting to diamond form, choking someone, and then kicking them up against the wall after you punch them twice. It's like okay, they're dead. Even
Yeah.
like through a support ult, it's like they're dead. Like
Does a
you
lot of
can
burst
like
damage. Even
yeah.
stronger is you like use her little like mini strange ult and like suck the diamond soul out of somebody and then go diamond form and throw them into their own soul. Like as you'll do like an insane amount of burst. I think it's like
Mhm.
500 HP in a burst or something if you do that.
Holy
It's
crap.
crazy. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Also, if you didn't know this, if you charge up your thing to 100 and switch to your what's the name, it doesn't decay. You can stay in
Yep.
that form and have 100 damage, and then like pop back out of it, and get your beam back up, so you can like
Yeah.
keep the
Yeah.
damage up.
It's
Mhm.
pretty nice. Yeah. She's
Yeah, I think
she's tough. Yeah.
I think she's definitely landed on the stronger side in terms of
Yeah.
character releases and like highly popular. But I don't particularly hate going up against Emmas
Yeah.
either. Like there's characters I absolutely hate fighting, which we'll
Spider-Man.
talk about here really soon. So I mean,
Yes. Yeah.
but like Emma, I don't mind. I don't mind if I get rolled
Yeah.
by an Emma.
Yeah.
For
If
now.
I get rolled by an Emma, I feel like she outplayed me. I don't feel like, oh, she picked a cornball character, Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's. I
Which does
agree.
that mean she's like probably like perfect design?
Mm.
If like
I think
if you feel like you got beat by her, then you feel like okay, I just got outplayed.
Mm.
But if you stomp her, you're just like okay, I outplayed her. It's not one
I
of
think
those
I think her
good or bad.
yeah, I think her design is good because she has very clear moments of vulnerability
Yeah.
when she uses her diamond form. She is open to death as soon as she pops that cooldown, and it fades. Like,
Yep.
yeah.
And there's
So,
like
like, that-
interesting choices. She has like interesting choices to be made with her kit. It's like, okay, do you
Mhm.
use your shield to block damage? Do you use your shield to cut off line of sight from an enemy tank to their healing? Do there's like different ways to use most of her abilities, So
And it's kind of nice not to fight a hyper mobile tank every game too. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's the big weakness of her kit is she doesn't have
Yeah.
any vertical mobility. But like, does she need it? Maybe not. Like the thing doesn't have any either, and he's a really strong tank. So
So, out of a 1 to 10 stars, where would you guys rate Emma Frost?
She's a solid 8, I think.
Solid 8.
Yeah, I think she's good mid and close range. Like
Yeah.
it's what tank's supposed to be.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with you. An 8. She's solid as a character.
Yeah.
She's not insanely difficult to pick up and play, but I can like her skill ceiling is probably way up there.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say the same. Like 8 to 9 for me. I feel like the thing that keeps her from being a 10 is really just the fact that she doesn't have a ton of mobility, but give her mobility and she's probably a little bit too strong. I think it'd be maybe neat if they made her kick in her diamond form work almost like Iron Fist's kick, where it moves you a little bit, you know? I guess her E, the lunge ability, like in her diamond form does give her
Yeah.
some mobility, I think.
Yeah,
So
Some gap
it's
closer.
barely. It's like 5
Yeah.
meters. It's not a lot.
No.
And she can't like use it upwards either. It's like straight.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
That's-
you
that's the
can.
one thing.
If you're min maxing on her, you can use your choke slam and your kick both twice each during diamond form. So
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, you can definitely do a lot in that time, and it's just so easy to get. I will say that flanker. This is not the season for flankers, and a big reason for that is Emma Frost. I mean, honestly, Black Panther, Spider-Man, any of them, Captain America, Hulk, anybody that comes to my backline, not afraid. You literally just fuck them up. You just
Yeah.
shit diamond form, grab them by the throat, and they're done.
Yeah,
like,
she's very good
yeah.
at peeling for supports. Not
Yeah.
quite as good as the Thing, but pretty close. Yeah.
yeah, well, there's usually like an Emma Frost and a Thing, so it's like, okay, good luck if you're a Black Panther or a Spider-Man. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's like have fun. All right, so now that we've been sitting on this current patch for a while, what you guys think are like the biggest winners of this patch? And then we'll follow this by the biggest losers. Biggest winners. Let's
Oh
go.
boy. Y'all go first. I have
okay,
thoughts.
Go ahead.
The Human Torch is probably the biggest winner and the most banned character in the game right now in higher level play. And
Yeah.
I say this as someone who's a Lord Human Torch who has hours and hours on the guy and was playing him even when he was bad. It's like, I am a monster right now when we're playing Human Torch.
Yeah.
Undiable. The character cannot die. Like,
Yeah.
people think Spider-Man counters the Human Torch. That's a lie. That's a
Not
lie. Because
anymore, yeah.
if you have a Sue Storm on your team, you
Yeah.
have 2 cooldowns to survive a Spider-Man dive.
Yeah.
So it's like you just literally can't die. So, and you're just pumping damage, and he's so much easier to land his shots now. It's just like, oh my god, it's so great, so great. Human Torch, big winner.
Oh, yeah.
The lower elos are slowly starting to learn, and he's starting to show up more of a ban in the lower elos. So, all right. What else? Any other winners you guys can think of this patch?
I think, honestly, Rocket Raccoon,
Yes.
the
Yes.
heal, like the flat burst is huge and gives him a lot of extra like viability.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Rocket definitely got that change was a huge W for him.
Another permaban character, in my opinion. Like, I
Mhm.
hate playing that hero, and I hate playing against that hero because he gets a lot of value for like very like
Little.
more skill now that you have to aim the orb a little bit, but still not that difficult. Like
You don't.
just-
It's
yeah.
it's actually busted. It's like there's actually a bug in the game right now that they didn't fix in the last patch. Is that if his orb bounces off a surface, it'll do the burst heal when it hits someone again. So like if you aim
Oh,
at someone's feet, right? You'll
Yeah.
hit them with you'll do a burst of 100 because of the AoE heal, the 55 plus the 50 direct. It bounces off the floor, and that direct hit will now do another 50 healing. So you can burst
Oh,
heal
that
people
is
for 150.
stupid.
Yeah, you can burst heal people for 150 by shooting at their feet. Literally
that's
can't kill
dumb.
targets that Rocket Raccoon is healing. It's
yeah,
insane.
That's a little stupid. Yeah, I say
And if
that's
and if they're up against a wall too, that's a third burst heal if it bounces off
Yeah.
that wall. So you shoot at their feet, it bounces off the floor to the wall, like through the character, and you've just healed them for like 200 with one shot.
yeah, that's
So-
that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, he's
The-
another one that I think was a big winner for bounce changes. 100% agree, Vance. Like get him out, get him out of my lobbies. I was banning Rocket before as well, like last season, mostly just because I was tired of like
Seeing him, yeah.
not even tired of seeing him. I would have like the team up with Bucky too. Like removing the team up with Bucky does make him a little bit weaker because he can't give Bucky infinite ammo, and Bucky's still pretty good. But I like was tired of seeing him mostly because like I would be playing a character that required a little bit more of me, and like someone else could like be way worse, but just play Rocket and like get as much value or more. And so I just like to ban it because now they have to play a character that requires like some kind of mechanics. And so yeah.
Yeah, I do like the change to his ultimate though. And at first I thought I wasn't because I'm like, this is another AoE healing ultimate. But it turns out it plays all right. One, because I play the Human Torch, so my ultimate directly counters his, because you just put 2 fire tornadoes underneath of his amplifier and it dies.
Melts it.
But
Yeah.
also because the damage boost is only 25% now, you can actually destroy the amplifier, because you used to not be able to destroy it because the 40% damage boost is just too much. Too much. You just couldn't even peek them because while that ult was going off, because you'll just die. But now it's a little bit less. You can actually burst down the amplifier. So
It
there's
actually kind of
counterplay.
incentivizes. It incentivizes a little bit more to shoot the amplifier now. And
Mhm.
that also means the rockets have to place it more smartly. They can't just yeet it into the open, out of nowhere.
Mhm.
So that maybe is better for the ultimate, but like just that character is just so dumb. Like the res is just so brain dead. Like he's I'm sorry, I must say it. He's the Mercy of this game. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've been saying this. I've been saying that since podcast episode 1. Someone play the clips.
And like, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm not saying that it doesn't take any kind of skill to play the character. It just like it's annoying. Like it just takes less. I think actually Mercy is healthier design than Rocket even, because like at least Mercy can also like shoot you
Melt
with
a
a
tank.
gun that does percentage based damage. Like it's a little bit dumb. But every character in this game is a little bit dumb, so it's kind of fine. Like it's still okay. I'll just ban him every game. Like if there were no bans, I'd be like, yeah, this is miserable.
I hate Rocket Raccoon so much. He's just every game. And right now, the top ranked like support combo is Rocket Loki, right?
Yeah.
Because now Rocket's ult is better in terms of AoE healing. You can copy his ult, and when you transform into Loki, you can throw down another res beacon. So you have 2 res beacons.
Yeah.
You have 2 res beacons and 2 amplifiers. It's like, okay, like all right.
Balance.
Tahir, how about you? Who you think is rising this season?
I'm gonna say Iron Fist. I think Iron Fist, that freaking percentage based. Did they do it? Yeah, this season was it the percentage based?
It was last season, but then they did something more to it.
They buffed it.
Yeah, they buffed it more. Yeah. He is just melting.
He is actually the immortal Iron Fist. You just cannot kill this man.
Yeah, definitely Iron Fist.
I think the simple fix for Iron Fist is just make it more obvious when he's blocking, like a little bit like easier to know, like, okay, now I don't shoot him. Like that's probably just skill issue because I haven't fought a lot of Iron Fist.
Well, the thing is, it happens so fast that the block comes in so fast that you're guaranteed to give him enough health to survive almost anyways, because he gets a ridiculous amount of health from his block. He can get up to like 600 HP if you keep shooting him. Like the guy is literally taking over like high level lobbies now and stuff. He's just Wolverine on steroids. The man never dies.
Yeah, it's rough. The thing I hate the most about him too is when I play DPS, I'm an Iron Man player, and like I today just was playing a game and he started to go towards me and I like flew away. Like you would think like, oh, I can escape him if I like literally have a jetpack that I'm like, zipping away from. And he's just like suction cupped onto me like an annoying little buff mosquito. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Like he's just chasing me like while I'm like literally like rocket feet and hands, like just flying away. And he's just like, nope, I'm gonna get you. I'm like, bro, this is dumb.
I can't tell you how many comp games I've lost in the last couple of days to the like last minute Iron Fist swap. It's just insane.
Yeah,
just insane.
So that's a good thought. He's kind of been like a sleeper pick for a while. So you're on it, Deheater. I agree. I think he's pretty good. I mean, yeah, I don't know if he's ban worthy, but he's definitely good. Yeah,
he's now my top bans right now are because I play Human Torch. I ban Hela and Iron Fist and Groot. Those 3 have to be banned every game. So
yeah, Groot. I feel like Groot's super strong. I don't know if specifically against Iron Fist or Human Torch rather, but like he is just really good in general. Depends on what your front line is, right? Yeah.
Groot's the strongest tank in the game. It's like just generally accepted.
Does
like
a lot of damage.
Yeah. Best. All right. Anybody else we think's a winner in this patch?
We the players are the winners because there's bans down in gold now.
Yes. We'll get to that because I have something I want to talk about here soon with my gold lobby bans that are driving me absolutely crazy. But I think an indirect winner is Luna Snow, who has once again proven that she is the dev's favorite character by once again somehow dodging buffs or nerfs.
or nerfs.
Somehow dodging freaking nerfs on her ultimate again. Like, so yeah. So
No,
that's still 12 seconds of misery.
Yeah. She's still a rough one. She's still a rough one. But I just maximum pulsar, it's fine.
If she's like, but if she's even slightly smart, she gets away because she somehow can move super fast during her ult. So
Yeah. She's dancing, man. She's dancing. She's
Okay.
vibing.
Can we get Jeff buffs? I know we don't need them, but
No.
I just
No.
stronger
Dude,
Jeff.
Jeff is strong. Jeff is like not
so
strong. He's not strong in a coordinated environment, but in terms of like carrying yourself in
Yeah.
comp, just like sneaking into the
Yeah.
back line and assassinating support and just like ha ha ha.
I think
Triple
in terms
support
of
Jeff, man.
supports,
I love it.
yeah, I think in terms of supports with like carry potential, it's him and Mantis. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
are they meta at a high level where people are talking to each other and coordinated? Probably not. Will they absolutely hard stomp a ranked lobby? Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
I love fighting Jeffs right now as a Human Torch because if you guys play Human Torch out there and you don't know this, when Jeff goes to ult, you during the time it takes for him to swallow someone, if you put 3 in the middle of his AoE, if you put 3 flame fields and then
Yeah.
Goomba stomp him as he's coming out of his ult, he dies.
yeah,
Yep. My favorite thing to do is Goomba stomp a Jeff who's trying to
pretty
troll
fun.
my so I will do that to you every time. Okay, let's talk about I can't think can I think of any really big winners? I think people are freaking out about Mr. Fantastic maybe a little too much. Like I think his buffs are extremely good, don't get me wrong, but I still don't think he's like the best character you can play. Like
I think they made him a lot more frustrating, in
Yeah.
my opinion, for lower level lobbies to deal
Yeah.
with because like he will still explode if like more than one person is shooting him at a single time. But like,
Or if
people
just a
don't do
single-
that.
or if a single
Yeah.
Hawkeye looks in his direction. Like Hawkeye
yeah.
is the biggest counter to Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
just like oh,
That's-
he arrowed me.
Yeah. If you don't have
Dead.
somebody with a crazy amount of headshot burst damage, though, like hella Hawkeye Widow, then like you need a couple people probably to focus him at the same time.
Mhm.
Like, especially
Human-
the most frustrating thing for me as a support player is when like he's just like walking at me past like 3 of my teammates and I'm Invisible Woman shooting at him and like I can't get him off. I can't push him away from me because he just like grapples onto me.
Mhm.
And so like it's pretty miserable dealing with that when like your team is incompetent. But
Yeah.
in theory, if your team is not incompetent, they should just turn and look at him and he explodes.
Which
So-
happens to me in my lobbies, but I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about because sometimes I'll lock in the Mr. F on in quick play and just walk into their
Yeah,
back line
people
and just
just don't-
destroy it. Yeah.
Yeah, people just
Yeah.
don't pay attention in quick play. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Super fun. Super fun. What about big losers? Who's
Hmm.
super bad right now to heat of work?
I wouldn't say super bad, but I'm sad about it. I'm gonna talk about it. My man, Doctor Strange.
hmm,
They do to my boy.
hmm.
Like playing him is, I don't feel like a giant difference, honestly.
Yeah.
But like, how are you gonna put Luna there with a 400, 500 burst combo? But
Yeah.
we're like, you know what, Doctor Strange, we need to bring that down a little.
Yeah.
Dude,
Hurt my
Doctor
feelings.
Yeah, his breakpoints have changed. He just can't kill through support ults anymore. So that's like
Yeah.
a big reason like not to play him. Because like you used
Yeah.
to be able to Eye of Agamotto at 100 anti-magic and then just like kill through support ults.
Yeah.
No, not anymore. No.
Yeah. I think with the, I know they took the Hulk team up away from him. I forgot about that. That's right. Because I was going to say
Yep.
with the Hulk team up, he does still one shot through support ultimates even last season, but they took
Mhm.
away that team up from him. So yeah,
Yeah, he's an anchor now.
I'm like he's an anchor with Wanda. So like, she's also like, she's fine, but she's also like not that great of a character compared. And again, like I don't think any character is bad, right? But I feel the same way as you, Deheater. Like Strange is bad in the sense that like there's just so many other better options in the tank category. Like it's not that he's
Yeah,
even that
yeah.
bad. It's just that like you'll work a lot harder probably as Strange now than like if you just play Magneto.
Mhm.
Like
Which
he
I
just
have
does the
been
same
playing
thing better.
lately. Magneto is fire. I just started him.
Yeah.
Just because of the Emma Frost team up, because I could never get to play Emma Frost. So I was like, you
Yeah.
know what?
Well,
I'm gonna
remember,
try this,
Magneto's going through the same route that Strange just went through. He's only got nerfs every patch.
Yeah.
So, but he's still probably one of the most played tanks in the game. Literally because
Yeah.
his ult just carries games. So, and he does a
Yeah.
lot of damage. And he's got a boop. Like,
Yeah.
and his shield can block anything. So
Yeah, any ult that one shots through support ultimates is very, very good. I feel like
Yeah,
they need to
and-
change the way his shield works to where it shouldn't block beam damage because it should only block projectiles. So like it shouldn't block Wanda or Emma Frost things. But
that's why I play Mr. F, is because when he inflates, he hits past shields. You just
Yeah.
punch that Magneto in the face, and he's like, "What's happening?"
no,
It's like I love that animation. By the way, that's my favorite thing about playing Mr. Fantastic, is because then when you inflate, your first punch is a big fist, but you come in for the final hit and you just literally clap them. It's the big like clap. I love it. I love it.
he's fun.
Yep. I also think a big loser this patch is Thor. The Thor is just a
Really?
booty. Yeah, Thor's booty. I'm
Really?
sorry. He's just
I
bad.
I don't know. I feel like as a Thor enjoyer, I feel like to hear you play Thor too. How have you felt about it? I feel like he's still fine. Like
Yeah, I'm stomping through people with Thor. Like if
Yeah.
I'm losing on any other tank, I switch Thor. I'm just walking.
I'm telling you, in
Yeah.
my Clomp games, that's the tank I want to see the most. Is because like, what's he gonna do? It's like you just avoid him while he has like you AOE him or you just walk away like when he hits E, and then or F, and then like when he awakens, you just walk away from him and don't stand in front of him, and then like he doesn't do much outside of that, and he's down 25 health. So like, dude, you could literally just swap Punisher and just shoot him in the face a bunch like 3 times and he's dead. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
I think that's the big weakness that he has right now,
Yeah.
is that like there's a lot of DPS characters that just do pretty good, like, you know, sustained damage pressure. And so that's I think like where he struggles.
I just look at him when I play Human Torch and he falls over. It's like, okay. It's like,
Well, yeah. You just literally said your character's broken this season, so of
yeah, it
course,
is.
like,
yeah. But it's like he just dies, dude. He doesn't have like tanky stuff. Like
he's got really good mobility, I think, is the thing. Like you just I think it's like easy to feed on Thor is why Thor seems not strong, but I think like I don't think that that's a Thor problem. I think that's like a little bit of a player problem and a little bit of just like the meta right now probably being a little bit more damage pressure heavy. Like, so we'll see. I would say I don't really know yet if he's good or not. I don't feel like he's that bad, but I agree. He's like among the tanks, he's definitely down there with Strange. Is like he's not the strongest.
Another one I want to talk about that I forgot to talk about in terms of winners is Captain America. That extra 100 health and the 5% damage is a lot, and I'm like rocking like an 80% win rate on a Captain America in quick play right now. Like
Nice.
it's just absolutely. I think he's a sleeper pick that people aren't woken up to yet. I think we're about to see a lot of Captain Americas, though, in my personal opinion.
I'm so sad they took away the Thor team up from Cap, though, because I wanted last season. I wanted a Thor Captain America meta, and we never got it. And I'm like, the Cap was like not good, but the same as the other ones. He was like not a meta tank, you know, and like it could have been possible maybe this season, possibly with the changes to Cap, but they took the team up away. So I'm like, well.
I want a Thor, Cap, Iron Man team up. I don't know what they can do, give Iron Man electric abilities, but they need to do that for the movies. Like, give us that.
I'm tired of seeing. I hate team ups in general that do not require active participation from both parties. I think that's the biggest fault with the team up system. And like, I think the best team ups in the game are the throwing the Wolverine right now. Throwing the Wolverine, the Johnny Storm Thor one, or Johnny Storm and Storm one. And the new one, Captain America and Bucky, because you have to have input from both parties on all those to accomplish. So I think any team up that's just a button is lame, honestly. And I wish to see more of active participation from every team up. I know that's a little bit off topic, but
yeah, that's a good point. I think that makes them a little bit more difficult to pull off, but also more satisfying. Like, it's not as much fun to just get like, you know, free value, like a free extra button. You know, it's a little bit more fun to like, and it forces people to be in voice comms and like actually try and work with their team, which is like what in theory the game is best when it happens. So
yeah, because some of these team ups are kind of just bull crap. Because think about this Emma Frost team up with Magneto. It's one of the reasons Magneto's still so good is because now during like an enemy ultimate or something, you can literally pop her team up and that clone will do whatever you do. So you have twice the coverage with your shields. So you have twice. And if you didn't know this, if you bubble someone else while the clone is up, the clone will bubble you.
Yeah.
So like that team up's broken. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. Also, like just killing a support for free on Psylocke just because you have the cool button, like your C button up. Like I hate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But
But
Found
you know,
a
they just
funny
play the res comp, and then the supports just never die. Because oh my god, I should tell you guys this. I saw this like absolutely disgusting team comp. It was Mantis Starlord. Actually, was it Starlord? No, it was Psylocke. Actually, it was Mantis, Psylocke, Atom with a Rocket, Magneto, and I want to say who was the other tank? Was it
Groot?
Emma? It wasn't Emma because Emma was banned. It wasn't Groot because Groot was banned. Who was it? I don't remember, but it was like that core was just so disgusting because it's like they just have like infinite res. Like they just
back
like
up.
the supports never die because they all just resurrect, and like the Psylocke
Oh,
just
yeah.
resurrects if she dies first because they have the rocket res beacon, and like the tanks should never be the ones dying first because they have like a lot of sustain with the rocket and the other two.
Oh,
So I'm
That
just
sounds
like,
terrible.
it is. It sounds absolutely awful. I'm like, oh no, like
yeah, did he work?
Oh.
You were trying to say something?
yeah.
Oh yeah. Crap. What was I going to say? What were we talking about before that? I
That's a
don't
good
remember.
question.
Oh, I lost it.
It's gone.
It was kind
The
of.
Alright.
no, the clones. The
Oh,
clones.
oh
Clones,
yeah,
And
yeah.
the team
I
ups.
like to
The
do
team ups having free value.
yeah. I'd like to do a funny thing with Magneto. It's like
Mm.
if I am getting chased or like I'm about to die, I'll pop my clone because you both disappear. And then like if I have my ultimate, I'll just like they'll be chasing my other clone. I'll just pop from the other side with my ultimate and just smash people. That's the funnest feeling in the world. I feel like Loki. Like I'm over.
Yes.
It's great. I wish the clones did the ult too, but I know I would be two Magnetos.
No, please no. Please no.
I think
that ult
so.
that ult is already so good.
There's a character in League. Her name is Nico. She'll go invisible for a second and send out a clone that will like walk around or whatever. And so that's what I think the clones should do instead of like mimicking your every move. Like they'll just keep walking in a direction because like if you decide to send the Nico to not move, then you don't know, is that the clone or is that the real one? And there's a lot of outplays that you can do where they go chasing off like a clone, and you're just like, I'm just standing here, dude. You just ran right by me.
It's like Halo Reach with clone.
Yep.
Clone forward. Mission.
The heater work. You just cut out like most of that.
Uh-oh.
You're
lost it.
off now.
Yeah.
I think because
there's a lawnmower
What?
outside his window, so he can't.
Oh
It's
no,
not
the
picking
echo
him up.
reduction.
I'm just gonna be quiet for a second.
The background noise. Oh no.
I'm sure what he said was valuable, and we respect it. All right. So moving on. Can we think of any
Audio listeners,
other-
you won't know. We're sorry.
any other big losers this patch? Like just things that are booty that you just don't want to see in your game because it's bad. I got one more I
Divers.
think I want to talk about.
Divers in general, just because Emma Frost exists at this point.
That's right.
Because
And
if
Mr.
the-
Fantastic buffs, yeah.
If the Emma Frost is anywhere near the back line, like you can have the thing run off out in front. As long as that Emma Frost is guarding her supports, you are not killing them, and you will die if you try and dive them.
Mm-hmm. True. That's very true.
I don't know if there's a character that I really just don't want to see on my team because I feel like everything is strong. It's just like, is everything strong relative to whatever else is being played? You know, so I don't think there's like a single character. I will always like in gut reaction immediately like narrow my eyes, you know, at a Spider-Man insta lock, but that's about the only one. But like even the Spider-Man players are like, you know, most of them play fine. So
I think outside of the top tier of gameplay, the Adam Warlock is just bad for everybody else because that 40-second cooldown on Soul Bond
it's
it's a lot, and like people will waste that. It's just like you look at an Adam Warlock and he'll pop that cooldown. It's like okay,
it's a little bit. I don't know. Like that being said, like I've had a few quick play games with some Adam Warlocks that have actually been like pretty solid. Like, and I think like as someone who plays a lot of support, I'm like, if I'm doing my job well as the fellow support, like the Adam Warlock should not have to use their Soul Bond. Like, because I'll just play like Invis, and like I'm the main source of healing for the team. So if I'm doing what I'm doing pretty well, like yeah, the Adam Warlock won't ever have to Soul Bond. Like they can treat the Soul Bond almost like an ultimate. Like they just pop it if like we will die if like, you know, we don't use it. And I should never be putting the Adam Warlock in the situation where they have to use it for themselves, because like I should just pocket them if they get dove or whatever, if I'm doing my job right. So but you're right, like there are a lot of like, it's so easy to troll with Adam, I think is the point, right? And that's very true. Like, because there's so much power tied into that ability, it's like it's easy to just completely troll it.
I think it's funny that Adam Warlock's ability got the 10-second nerf while Loki's only got the 5-second nerf, and it's done nothing to stop Loki from just dominating as the de facto best support in the game. It's like, okay. But
yeah, that's very true. On the flip side, I think like, as also a Loki enjoyer, I think like I think because that character is like in some ways like difficult to get like some baseline value out of, I feel like it's like that's okay, like that they walk it back slowly. Maybe it should be longer, maybe it should have like a little bit slower healing of effect. I don't know how I would change the MO field. It needs something, but I think like I wish that they just made it like a weaker ability with a shorter cooldown. I think that's just better in general for abilities. Like
maybe a limit on how much it heals, like can't
yeah,
heal past like half health or something.
yeah, maybe have it be like accelerated healing, but it like can't just like immortality burst damage. I don't know. Like that would fundamentally change how the character plays, but like it would still be good. So I don't know. I don't know what I would do to it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just probably like it and Soulbinder probably just like the two best cooldowns in the game.
Yeah,
and it's just I can see why they got nerfed, and it really hurt Adam for the majority of the player base. But Loki is still a nightmare.
yeah, he's still very good.
Yeah. All right. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was the issues right now with the current way winning games in comp is, which is like kind of like my fears of the last episode when we talked about people playing for points. It's kind of turned into that. Because when I play, like, and this is something like a lot of good streamers like Boger, Siegel, all of them have said too. It's like they just won't play certain roles anymore because of how much they lose comparatively. Like when I play Human Torch and I'm doing a lot of damage, even if I don't get a lot of final blows, I lose like 15 points and I gain like 40 when I win. Yeah, and that's just. And I'm losing a lot, albeit like I'm still struggling to climb because I'm garbage. But like the point system is not like helping. Like,
are you referring to the sorry, just to clarify, are you referring to the thing where like you get like more points for a win and less points for a loss if you like do more stat output? Is that what you're talking about?
I am talking about how they prioritize individual performance and how much you gain or lose SR wise. Because like I won't play support anymore because a good Rocket Raccoon example. This is just an example. A good Rocket Raccoon isn't going to have a lot of final blows, and they're not going to have a lot of elims. But they're still getting significantly less points for winning and losing a lot more for losing because of that. Like I don't like how it is right now. It is like I won't play support just because I lose like 25 points when I lose a game and only gain like 20. I'm like, no, that's not happening.
That's funny because I would have felt like support would then be like an easier role to stat farm because you can just heal bot and so I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it yet. I haven't played competitive this season at all. So I don't know, Vance and Tahiter, if y'all have what your thoughts are.
I played a little bit. And I was getting a lot just because I've only played like 3 or 4 games and I think I've lost 2. But when I won, I did get a lot. I got like almost 30, I think, every time, like 31 or something like that. So I mean, I like it for the individual. I mean, because losing games, like trying hard and carrying and losing games, that's a lot. That's a lot on your soul. So yeah, I'm kind of messing with the.
It does take the sting. It does take the sting of a loss where like you performed well, but like you just couldn't carry it. Like it does take the sting of that away a little bit,
But it makes loss streaks worse, and the fact that you're only losing like 15 SR, so you're slowly declining while you're like struggling to like gain grip again. And you're just like no, and it's like 5 or 6 games later, and you're tilted out of your mind, and you're like, I'm only losing a little bit, but it's like this inevitable. I'm about to drop rank. Yeah. It's torturous.
Yeah, I haven't played rank yet this season, but to me it sounds like they are devolving the game into team deathmatch, and whoever has the most kills and eliminations is worthy of getting all the points.
That's right,
and that's a problem.
I actually, I wish that they would just. I think it would solve a lot of the issues around this if they would be a little bit more specific about what they mean by individual performance, because there's a lot of games where I'll be playing Invisible Woman and I won't get any of the badges. I won't have the most damage, I won't have the most healing, I won't have the most, assists. Like I'll get none of those little badge things, but I'll somehow be the MVP. So I'm like, which begs the question, I won't have the highest stats like in any of the categories, but I was somehow given MVP. And so I'm like, is it somehow tracking like, what like I just wish that they would be a little bit more specific about like, how does it work? Because then like, if it ends up being like, oh yeah, we like know how like, how often does like, within like a certain time window of you like affecting another player, does that player die? Is it something like that? Like I wonder, because that's a lot of times what I do on Sue is like I'll be yoinking people off of high ground and like, I won't always be the one to kill them, but like because of what I did, they will die. And so, I don't know. So like I said, it's maybe it's better at tracking the individual performance. Like maybe it actually makes sense and it's not just purely stat farm. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
We need more
here's
information.
yeah, here's the thing for me that bugs me about it. It's like, let's say you're playing Invisible Woman, right? And you're playing Invisible Woman specifically because you have a Human Torch, a thing, and or a Mr. Fantastic on your team. And your other support is a Rocket Raccoon who's pumping out a lot of heals. You're obviously supposed to play Invisible Woman in this thing to give the team up to the thing and the Human Torch at the very least. Now let's say the enemy has a Black Panther that is killing you off cooldown because a good Black Panther can kill an Invisible Woman every time. It's just like it's gonna happen. It can happen so fast you don't have time to react. So you've died a lot in that game, but you're still giving value by one, using your ults properly, healing when you can, and giving the team up to your DPS, right? And your thing. Now, just because you died a lot and you won that game, you only gained 15 SR, even though you did exactly what you were supposed to. And the people you gave the team up to that have better stats gained 30 to 40. Like, come on.
Maybe. Yeah. That's the thing is like, I haven't seen enough examples of it to know if that's really even how it works. Like, I think like I said, we just need more information and it needs to sit for longer before I can tell if that's like a good or like, is it a good or a bad thing? I don't know. The rank system's already kind of wonky for a lot of other reasons. So like, it's just hard. It just makes it hard to tell.
Yeah. So since we're talking about comp anyways, and this isn't a conversation I want to have, more of me venting. And it's that the start of the season comp has been one of the worst experiences in competitive gameplay of my life. Like all these people like returning to the game and all the people that were playing at the same time has somehow like in the rank reset has just ended in these just like wild games, like these insane things that you should never see, like people just running it down mid, never resetting properly, being held in spawn every other game by the Celestial player that's in gold or whatever, or the Celestial player that's in plat. It's been a wild ride. It's not just me. Even top streamers are like taking a break from comp because of how wild their games have been. Like it's just insane. It's insane. Yeah. All I'm saying is we need a better rank system with placement. It's like it just needs to happen.
It's definitely going to be weird in a system like this at the start of a season and the end of a season, because at the start of the season you'll have people that like got knocked down because of the rank reset that don't belong where they are, and so like the RNG is like a lot worse. And then at the end of the season, you have all the higher ranked players that got to their goals and then are bored and just smurf. And so, or people just like give up and stop trying, or like, people do weird shit at the end of a season. And so it's the same thing. So yeah, it does not surprise me that it's this way at all. I agree. They could do a lot to fix it with just a placement system.
Yeah.
So I feel for the bronze players. Bronze has got to be like an absolute, like gold is bad enough right now, but bronze has got to be an absolute wasteland. Like,
it's got to be miserable out there. Yeah. Any other thoughts on comp?
Yeah, a lot of people don't play comp. I mean, I've been a quick play warrior this season for sure, partly because of that, and partly because like I just haven't wanted to invest the time in competitive this season. So
for sure.
Yeah.
So let's talk about bans. They're at gold, and I started in gold this season because I had a GM, and I have major problems with bans at this low at gold. All right, and I love that bans are there. Don't get me wrong. But the trauma that Spider-Man has apparently done to just the waves of people, it's like, why would you waste a ban on Spider-Man, guys?
Oh,
like,
I have an answer. I have an answer, if you don't mind, as a Sue Storm player. because the reality is that like Spider-Man probably shouldn't kill you if you're playing support, if you know what you're doing and your other support has a brain cell. The problem is that like I will keep my other support alive when the Spider-Man dives them, but when the Spider-Man dives me, I do not exist. I will get no healing, no peel at all from anybody. And like I will live and make him like burn like all of his webs and his cooldowns to get to me and kill me, but he will get out because nobody turns and looks. And so it's I think compared to any of the other matchups that I have, I think like until I would say I get to like GM where people actually like know to turn around, like and I'm not exaggerating, like it does not happen below GM. People just do not turn. Like it does not occur. And so, or if when it does, I should say it's like a lot more of a rarity. But yeah, I understand and respect the Spider-Man ban from a lot of the support players, or even the flying character players. Like Spider-Man really annoys me as an Iron Man too, because like same thing, I can like get away from him and like get to a spot where like in theory I should be healed if like my supports are paying attention, but they don't pay attention. And so it's like, well,
I get that.
I'll die.
And I get Spider-Man is annoying, but between like what ends up happening is like Spider-Man gets banned, so one of the other ridiculously overpowered DPS players gets through. Yeah. Like, I would much rather find the Spider-Man than the Human Torch right now. That's miserable, especially when I'm like just trying to like loll around on Mr. Fantastic. Yeah. I would much rather fight a Spider-Man than a Hela that's clicking my head every 2 seconds. And these are the bans that they're insistent on banning Spider-Man every game. And I'm like, he's just nothing good. And in my thoughts, like the good Spider-Man, you just don't see. Like 1 out of every 10 enemy Spider-Mans is actually good enough to deserve the ban, in my opinion.
No, it's true. It's there are definitely things that are more worthy of a ban. Like I understand why people would ban it though. Like that's what I'm saying. Like don't get me wrong. And because the character's popular, so you see a lot of people play it. So like it's even though on paper, like, yeah, Hela's a better band, but like, are there that many good Hela players? Maybe not. I don't know. So if you see a lot more Spider-Man in your quick play matches and decide to try comp, I can see the logic. I agree with you, Conrad. I disagree. I don't think it's a good band. At the same time, like, I can see the logic behind it. Like, it makes sense. Like, yeah.
Another. What do you guys? What do you guys think? Yeah.
Yeah. What do y'all think? I want to know what people are banning.
I haven't got to gold yet because I ended plat last season, so I haven't experienced the bans yet. But I don't really play Spider-Man in comp, so I'm not worried because I'm not gonna feed. Oh, I actually did my first couple games because it was bronze and I could just beat up on people. Nice. But like once you get to a certain spot, like Spider-Man ain't shit if you're not a good Spider-Man, and I'm not a good Spider-Man. I'm happy for the bans. Yeah. I'm happy for him, honestly, but ban better characters. Ban Luna Snow. I'm so tired of the healing. So tired of it.
Vance?
I have zero thoughts because I haven't played comp yet this season.
Okay, fine. Also, last thing I gotta say is that if I'm hovering the Human Torch, I get the Human Torch is busted and probably should be banned. But if you see me hovering my Lord Human Torch, you should, with my 25 hours on the character, trust that I will diff the other Human Torch. Come on. Stop banning my character. Stop banning my character when I'm hovering.
I know I said on the last podcast, like, don't ban the things your teammates are hovering, but sometimes things are so egregiously strong that like you kind of should probably just ban it anyway. It depends on what you're playing though. Like if you're playing something that has decent mobility, then like you don't need to ban the Human Torch necessarily if you have a teammate that's playing it. But
let me play the Human Torch. They're gonna go Spider-Man because somehow they think he still counters the Human Torch, and I'm just gonna dump on him and just teabag him because the Human Torch can do that.
I do like that about his kit. Yeah. Him and Iron Man, they got the only teabags in the game. Let's go.
Storm too. Any flying character, you can just up and down. I love it.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the next thing I want to talk about is some things I've seen on Reddit and Steam. The first one is I just want to read this because I just find it funny, especially because we talked about earlier, like the line that formed with the choke slamming Emma Frost and everybody was doing that. But someone on Steam recently posted, "You pervs can have it. I'm so over this game. It's only for gooners anyways. Uninstall." So true.
Facts, yes, but
what's your point?
Yeah. I just thought that was funny. I just wanted to read that one. I also wanted to talk about real quick is I was going through Steam, and for some reason, Steam is the hateful place where people collect to complain about this game and somehow still blaming EOMM for everything. And I don't want to get into EOMM again. I'm just wondering how it's not Reddit and it's Steam is just this amalgamation of hatred and toxicity.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you would
say-
have thought that it'd be Reddit
Yeah.
or Twitter
would-
or X or whatever they're calling themselves.
Reddit is so tame. It's mostly full of memes.
Yeah,
But
should.
like, yeah.
yeah.
But Steam is nasty. Any one of you listening, go to the Steam's forums and just see the hateful things that are being said about like this game. It's just wild.
No,
It's
protect
absolutely
protect your mental health. Don't do it. It's a trap.
I'm not saying interact.
It's a trap.
I'm just saying be aware.
Look, now that
but-
4chan has been destroyed, they need to go somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
So what better place than the Steam forums?
True.
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 Another thing I wanted to talk about, just real quick. This one is on Rivals, and it's it's a returning sentiment and something we've talked about before, but talked about a little bit here too. But is Spider-Man ruining quick play? Because people on the forums are tired of Spider-Man and quick play games, and I kind of feel it. I kind of feel it because they're just everywhere. It's like every game. It's like Spider-Man. Yeah.
Spider-Man
Yeah, he's-
infestations.
Yeah, he is everywhere in my quick play matches lately. I don't know. Again, like as a support player, he annoys me, but like as long as my other support like has a singular brain cell and knows to like look at me when I ping for healing for myself, because I see this like I notice the Spider-Man like coming at me in time to like I preemptively ping for healing, like, you know, before he even goes on me. Because I'm like, all right, like I'm gonna need something here. And it is very tilting when like, you know, you just don't get it. And like it's like I could play correctly. I position myself in a way that he can't get to me. I like have my shield down in a spot for myself that like it kind of heals me a little bit. But like, especially with the Venom team up, it's just like he just kills me through it anyway. It doesn't matter. So I don't know. I'm tired. I'm tired of him, but
yeah. The Hito work, you're a Spider-Man enjoyer. Are you the problem?
I am. I am. As a fellow Lord Spider-Man,
Are
am
you
the
actually?
problem.
Oh my god.
I am.
He's a Lord Spider-Man,
I am.
Yeah.
That's impressive. It takes a while to get Lord on any character.
I know it takes a lot of
About
dying.
20 to 25 hours is from
At
my
least,
math.
like
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
playing Sue for a long time now, and I get like MVP a lot, and I still don't have Lord on that dang character.
My win rate on Spider-Man is not bad. It's not. I don't know what it is right now, but it hasn't been bad. But yeah, you know, but Spider-Man has a lot of counters. You know, Mantis. If you're good at Mantis,
Yeah.
sleep, bing, bing. If everybody looks at him, even better. Everybody.
I think it's like Genji in Overwatch, right? It's like it's a highly popular character that people will eventually gravitate to because he is hard to play. Like we said, easy to get baseline value, kind of. Well, of like his one combo. That one's easy, but like to consistently be good at Spider-Man every game is hard.
Yeah.
But like and I think it's a combination between him being super annoying to play against versus and just seeing him all the time. And that's like, And I think that's why he gets banned in comp. It's not as good as just people are over it.
Yeah. I think another reason that like it does seem super frustrating to play against him too is that like because the fights and Rivals can go on for quite a while because of like the healing and the sustain, like he's the character I think compared to any of the others where like his death matters the least. So I think
he
like
can get back
'cause he can
super quick.
he can get back so fast that like by the time he gets back, like the fight's not over yet. So it's just like it's almost like he just gets a res for free basically because he's so mobile. And so I don't know what the solution is for that. Like part of me thinks that he should almost have like 225 HP. Like he almost should be like even lower HP, I feel, because he's so mobile.
I think he should get the ball treatment that that happened in Overwatch where like when he dies, his grappling hook is on cooldown when he rests.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Wrecking Ball is a character in Overwatch. We are not referring to Spider-Man's balls.
No.
Fuck those
The
two
goat
though. Like we
Wrecking Ball.
don't need any more spider people. Like,
Their junk just hanging on us. What the?
Until Spider-Man 99 comes.
oh,
Right.
It's gonna be crazy.
all right. I forgot to ask you if you had this prepared. So if you don't, that's fine. We'll do it next time. But do you have a doctor's corner?
Oh,
prepared.
I do have something that I could
Yeah.
discuss actually that I was
Yeah.
going to talk about a couple weeks ago, but we didn't get to because I talked about strategies to survive dive. I think was the last one that I did. So one thing I wanted to kind of focus on is instead of more technical advice, I think because I'm not like a super high rank player, none of us are. I thought it'd be more relevant to talk about like and I have a lot of experience as a coach, both for like the medical students and different things that I've done just professionally. So I thought it'd be a good idea to talk about like a mindset tip. So this strategy I think is like the number one thing that I do that like solves, like not solves, but like saves me from throwing a lot of my games in competitive is I call it the HALT method. And it stands for hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. So do not
Okay.
engage with competitive or gaming in general when you are any of these four. And this actually applies to like multiple facets of your life. This is good advice to like check in with yourself before you send an email. Like that, it'll save you a lot of like, angrily worded emails. It'll save you from
Yeah.
like saying things that you like would not otherwise say. Like it's a good habit to get into of like being self-aware for when you're feeling any of those four things. So hungry, okay, go grab a snack before you queue again. Angry, okay, like what are you angry about? Take a second to cool off. Like if you can't, then like don't queue again.
Or send it.
No, don't listen to Conrad. Don't let the voices win. How's that
Hold
love
the con-
streak going, by the way? Yes.
Right now, it's not happening. I'm winning right
Yeah.
now. So
Yeah, right
Yeah.
now.
Right now.
I've pulled up your
That's
history.
all.
That's public, man. I
Can we get the history in the
watch.
chat?
I'm climbing. I'm climbing.
Goes.
I got greater than a 50% win rate right now.
Mm.
I'm just saying.
But lonely, that one's a little bit harder to fix sometimes. So that's where I would say, like, okay, if you're not playing with friends, then like disengage, go spend time with other humans. It is good for all of us. Like even the introverts need like a little bit of some kind of social interaction.
And
The
Yeah.
best thing to
Join
do
our-
is to come
is
to the
join
Marvel
our
Rivals
dis-
Review Discord.
Discord.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
If you are
come hang
lonely,
out and
we
vent your
are-
frustrations with
Yeah.
like-minded people. It's a great way
Yeah.
to make new friends.
Exactly.
And then tired. Tired, honestly, is the big one for gamers in particular. I've noticed like people just don't want to go to bed. Just go to bed, man. Like just go to bed. Have a consistent bedtime. It will like, these are the things that I think separate like the people that are really high rank from like, people that are just like only like kind of good at the game it's not that they're that much better than aiming or have that much better game sense, although those things are true. It's really just like consistency with habits. And the big one is like don't play games when you shouldn't. And that will prevent you from losing a lot of games that you would probably otherwise win or be a lot closer. And so yeah, if you want some good advice from your friendly neighborhood doctor, use the HALT method. It will save your butt.
Nice.
So
nice.
hang on.
If you need,
Sorry. Before we move on, I want to say like there is something that upsets me as an adult. Like, and this is it makes sense. Math, it works out. Math is math. When I clock in or out at work, or when I clock in the next day at work, it tells me how long it's been since the last clock in, and I see like 15 hours, and I'm like, this is really disappointing. I
Yep.
feel like I should have way more time, but I don't. Because it's like I'm supposed to get 8 hours of sleep. Well, that doesn't happen. So
No.
what did I do in the 12 hours that I was off? Turns out nothing.
not a lot.
You have a child though. That gives you a
yeah.
pass a little bit. Like
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
that gives you a pass.
As much as I want to just only play comp because it's my favorite way to play the game, I just don't play comp on work days mostly because I work 9 hours a day, and and it's hard. And also because I'm out of shape and not probably as physical as I should be, but I'm tired after a day of work. So it's like I'm just not my favorite time. So that's why I only play comp in weekend mornings usually. I like Saturday, Sunday, and that's my climbing time.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Also, rank doesn't matter, people. It doesn't determine your self-worth unless you're me, and then I will judge myself harshly. But
Right. No, but that's exactly the thing though. Like, and that's smart. Like, don't if you're the type that's like super exhausted after your workday, then like that's not the time to play competitive. Like, if you really want to play, then just play quick play or something. Like, and even that, like, just check in. Like, are you having fun or is it just like a struggle because you're not playing as well because you're tired? Like, those are the times to just like call it. Like, just don't play. Like, and I say that as somebody that has played quick play with my friends multiple times, where I've like not played with them in a while and wanted to do something with them, and then like just been frustrated because like I'm playing like buns because I'm so tired. So like it is okay to just like postpone things because you're feeling those things.
Yeah.
I very much encourage it. You'll save yourself and probably your friends also a lot of headache, because it's not fun to play with me when I'm like, venting about like, random nonsense because I'm just so exhausted that everything sucks.
Have you ever played with Conrad Gunther when he's exhausted?
That's my secret. I'm always exhausted.
He's always tilted and exhausted.
I need people to come into my Twitch chat and shame me every time I see something horrendous. That's what I really
Oh man, I'm telling you guys, it is a spectacle. Please come and watch this man's rage.
If you want tips to not be mad though, you should listen to the Hito work, because I lived with this man. This man has been playing video games with me as angry as I get for years, and somehow still does it with me. Like, the man never gets mad, and I just don't know how he pulls it off. He just doesn't get mad. Like, ever.
There's way more things to be mad about. I'm not getting mad.
This is my
raising my blood pressure.
Used to say, like, my coworker always used to say, like, is this the hill that you want to die on? And most of the time the answer is yeah. Okay, maybe for some of us. For me, Rivals is not the hill that I want to die on. I will choose a different battle.
It's really funny because like Dante knows this from living with me or the Hito work, but like I rage hard at video games, but as soon as I step up from my computer, I'm fine.
Yeah, it's like, all right, regular life now.
It's just like the mask, what is it, the mask effect or whatever? Like, people that put on a mask, they feel completely different the minute they take it off.
People that can't drive, that rage will stick with me for weeks.
Yeah, I think about that. Like, even when I'm driving, like, I'll get mad.
Reasonable though, because like your life is kind of at stake when you're driving. Yeah. So that's like a little bit more reasonable to get mad at.
Like, even when I get mad, I don't like cuss them out as like a lot of them deserve.
Really?
But my fiance, she will cuss anybody out. She don't care about getting shot, about fighting.
Oh my god.
She will go off.
Hold her back to here. Hold her earrings.
I'm the one that's like, all right.
I had a traffic incident happen a couple weeks ago when I was working, and I forget what I think that I was in the wrong, but I couldn't fix it. And it happened so quick. Like, I was blocking like a turn, but there's someone behind me. This guy got so mad at me that he rolled down his window, started yelling at me. And I read it. I blacked out from rage so hard because he was yelling at me that I don't know what happened, except we were both yelling at each other in traffic. And it's still keeping me awake like 2 weeks later, just because that guy was an asshole for no reason. I tried apologizing and he was still screaming at me.
Right.
Whoo.
What did I say?
So
I gotta take my duloxetine. I'm getting mad now.
Oh my god!
So I had to watch myself when I road rage, because I used to be really bad about it. Like, even now, like, I still complain about. There's one area where people make a left turn into a speedway that they should not be making a left turn into, and I scream like, "Hey, don't be making that left turn, you jackass!" And then from the back of my car, I hear, "Yeah, you jackass," and I'm like, "You're 4 years old.
Yeah.
Don't you start saying
that."
You're right, Papa.
It's literally like the Rock meme from like it's like, "You jackass," from the back, "You jackass."
Yeah. Oh man.
All right. So our last thing we want to do, and I guess this one's gonna take about 20 minutes, is that we have from a few weeks ago a heavy metal, but not that heavy of a metal. I think he's a GM player.
He is
but he's got some things he wants to say, and we're gonna give him a platform.
Heavy metal.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Heavy Metal with Vance Helsing, where the only thing heavier are the teammates I always have to carry. Anyways, today I'm joined by Mr. Homer Sapien. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm living the dream, man.
So what a fucking
before we get into anything, tell us a little.
What do you mean an Ohio thing to say?
I'm living the dream.
I'm living the dream, baby.
Florida? Do people say that in Florida, man?
Yeah, we've said that before. I mean, granted, there's a lot of people from the Midwest in like my part of Florida, so
that's right.
A little bit about yourself, your age, game history, any family, wife, kids, dogs, cats.
I am 24.
Okay.
I like.
A youngin.
I mean, I usually
Mhm.
like sports games. I haven't been really gaming. I used to game a lot when I was younger. Played Overwatch
You're still young,
1.
bro.
I feel like whenever it first released, and I enjoyed that game. It's more of a Lucio main there, but I can never get down his
Hey.
wall riding. Um,
Yes.
and since that, I switched to Diva. I
Oh,
like her
controller.
playstyle a lot better. And then after that, I kind of just dropped it. Dropped gaming for a few years. Really got into it this year with NBA 2K. Just getting bored of that, and I
Sports
just saw
ball.
like a free game that came out, Marvel Rivals. Never heard anything about it, and I'm like, well, I know Marvel characters, so it's free to play. Might as well try it.
Hmm.
And ever since then, well,
He's been
picked
an
it
addict.
up, and I couldn't get into it at first. I there was a lot of clutter. It felt like.
Mm-hmm.
So I dropped it for a few days. I dropped it for a week.
Hmm.
Picked it back up with a couple friends. We played that weekend, and then ever since then, I really haven't dropped it.
Nice.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm sure Tahita
Yeah.
Work will be thrilled to hear of another Lucio player.
You called it. That's so
Predicting the
funny.
future.
Main
It's
in
the
Overwatch.
future.
So many hours. So many
platform.
hours.
It's so funny because for those listening, I recorded this video or this interview like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I'm so good at knowing who my
Dude.
co-hosts are.
Love that.
I missed actually that whole what was said.
What do you mean you
Oh.
missed it?
What did he say?
When he said he played Lucio, I was like, yeah. Van said in the video, he's like, I bet my co-host Tahita Work would be happy about
Vance
playing
predicting the
Ah.
future. Knows his co-host so well.
Yep.
this.
What do you play on? Do you play on PC, PlayStation, Xbox?
PlayStation.
I currently play on Xbox, and I'm looking to get a PC. and
Leaving. I'm
start,
done with this.
You know, being a PC gamer.
Hell yeah,
we need
brother.
more console players.
Join
out
the
here,
join the
honestly.
master
do, for
race.
real.
It's quality over here. You're gonna find that it's a lot. It's easier and harder to play on PC as compared to playing on controller. But it takes some getting used to. But once you get the hang of it, you'll never want to play another shooter on console again.
ESDF.
All right.
Easy
So
SDF,
do
let the
you
voices
do you
win.
play comp at all?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what rank are you?
Currently GM2.
Oh,
Nice.
oh my God! You do
Oh
not
my
belong
God.
here, sir. You are way up there in the ranks.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
not metal. What?
I
the-
was expecting like gold, but all right, sure.
Yeah, I didn't take a break for 3 years in video games, and I'm still ass. So props to this guy.
Yeah. It took a break for 3 years. It was just like, all right, now I'm a cook.
Yeah,
It's because he's 24, right? His brain is still developing. He still has the reflexes and shit, man.
the
He
reaction.
just got
So
that frontal lobe.
I had to cut it out, but I'm gonna mention this real quick. He told a story about how he was he's getting a gaming PC, and
Smart choice.
he got banned from eBay.
Huh?
And so I guess there was some weird information with like him moving and his credit card information, but this man was banned
Oh.
from eBay for trying to get parts for a computer. I have never
That's so
heard of anybody
weird.
getting banned from eBay.
Was it from China?
That's so weird. He must have had the address change on his credit cards, like the number cleared, but the address was not right. So then the transaction got declined later. That's the only thing I can think of. That sucks.
Yeah, but he only had the eBay account for like a week.
that's probably
I've
why.
been, I've been banned from voice chat, but never.
We know you're banned from voice chat. Every week you're like, I can't say anything.
Unsurprising.
Hey, tell
All
this
right,
guy.
so,
Yeah, tell this. Somebody else get banned for me. Make my job easier.
who's your main?
Since season
I'm
1.5,
judging
it's
this
the
guy so
thing.
hard.
The Thing.
Okay, he's
Here's
cool.
the Thing.
Love The Thing
He
players
is actually
as
a
a
really
two-player.
good tank.
He is
He's
so
like
good.
he's really easy to play, but if you can master him, like he is insane.
Yeah, he really is, and I think especially with you usually always see like a Doctor Strange or a Magneto on the other team, and the only thing that really
He poops.
stops
in
him from
blood.
doing damage is a Magneto bubble.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, if he's like low on health, I'll just keep spamming him, hit him with the 1-2 combo until he's out.
Yeah.
The old one too.
All right. So
Just charging
today,
it so
as
fast.
of
He's a good
recording this,
character.
they just announced a bunch of stuff for season 2. Did you see any of that yet?
I did. It looked
Nice.
amazing.
Yes, I agree. What do you think about? So obviously we're getting Emma Frost at the beginning of season 2, and then we're
Hey,
getting
dude, right now I'm
Ultron
gonna lose
at
my
the
mind.
half season. And my dog
Here
is
it comes.
shaking his collar behind me. I apologize. So
No, you're all
what?
fine.
What did you think about Emma Frost?
I
Comes
mean,
in pants.
they haven't dropped the gameplay trailer for her yet, have they?
Not yet, not that I've seen so far, but I mean just her visuals. I mean, obviously
You're trying to milk it out this guy.
she's crushing watermelons
He's
between her
baiting him,
thighs.
he's
Like
baiting
she's
him.
Yeah,
What is this?
So what do you think about
they,
that ass?
they know what they're doing whenever they come out with these characters. They're always visually appealing.
yeah.
So
He's
she
so
looked
neutral
what a
about
she looked
good
it.
amazing.
person.
Same thing with
Yes.
Ultron at the end. He looks very menacing.
Mm-hmm.
And even like the small view of like that team up that they showed with Emma Frost, Magneto, and I forgot who the other one was. I think it was Psylocke. I mean, that
Yes.
looks amazing.
The
I'm
clone
very
thing.
interested in season 2. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really really interesting and also really frustrating. So with the changes that they're doing with season
He
2,
looks so
how do you
disappointed
feel
in his
about
answer.
the 9 rank D rank when they reset?
I'm on board with it, just because I feel like
Inflated ranks.
I feel like it is pretty easy to rank up in the game. Like if you play a lot,
Mhm.
like if you put in hundreds of hours like into a season, like you will rank up.
Right.
And it's like and it's not saying that you're like and I'm not trying to say that they're like bad players who rank up, but I do feel like there are some players who probably shouldn't be like as high. Like if this was a different game, like I'll be honest, I don't think I would be a GM like in Overwatch. Like, but I think I know they made like competitive changes too, like where it's going to be more gearing towards player performance,
Right.
Love
which
the
I'll be excited
humility.
to kind of see how that works,
real.
how it actually
It's good
plays out. But
self-awareness.
I'm definitely on board with it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely excited for the personal performance thing. So, you don't have people that get
I
carried
don't know
through
why, Vance. You're gonna
90% of their games get
Rude.
All right, hang on now.
He's
What?
a
No, what?
Hawkeye.
Hang on now. What?
He's a Hawkeye player. He'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
Calm
Yeah.
storage.
All I gotta do
I'll
is
just
throw
take
them
it.
logs down lane.
I was
That's all
just
gotta
taking
do.
pot shots at Vance,
Mm.
which I've been doing since high school. For anybody out there.
Yeah,
Same.
it's yeah. Turns out when you're my size and the size of a frail femboy, you can get picked on pretty
Beautiful.
easily.
Beautiful petite lesbian.
Hey, it's not just the size and frame of a femboy. You have the hair too. So,
Well, now at the time I
Every
no
time
back
I've been here.
then in high school I had the Bieber haircut, so that's probably
Yeah.
yeah.
Remember the Power Ranger
Bieber,
onesie going to
the
Kroger's at
Bieber
2 a.m. in
hair.
the morning?
Hey, you know what? Onesies are comfortable. I will still say that to the day I die. I
And
am
he was
not
in-
ashamed.
and he
Power
was in-
Ranger onesie.
And he was in Glee Club too, so the Bieber thing really is like a thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't Glee Club.
That's
I was in
awesome.
Drama Club and I was in the chamber choir. So
Nice.
I was
For
a
younger
performative.
listeners,
By
Glee
their
was a
powers
show.
combined.
Glee was a show. Oh God, we have to call back to when that was a show.
Hold on. So are you saying if there was a Glee Club at our high school, you wouldn't have joined it?
Oh, I 100% would have.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love
And I respect that.
I
I
love
respect
theater and I love singing. So,
Nice.
Hell yeah.
anyways, back to the interview.
the rank ups as fast.
Yeah.
Conrad actually recommended that I reach out to you because you made a comment in the Discord about a web-slinging menace known as Spider-Man. And you said, the hate for Spider-Man is unwarranted. Everyone who complains about him isn't ready to put on the mask. So I ask you now, are you prepared to put on the mask?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I fucking
I
do.
I have put on the
Markets.
mask.
All right.
I have I made an alternate account
Okay.
because I wanted to play
As one
Spider-Man.
does.
And at that time, I think I was probably diamond. And I'm like, if I pull out Spider-Man in this rank without like really knowing him,
Mm-hmm.
I am gonna get destroyed. And I played a few hours of him in quick play, and like I feel like quick play is like super inconsistent with the matchmaking. Where I think I was going,
Yeah.
you'll go up against like maybe your rank,
Mhm.
Can you
or
pause for a
you could
second, man?
potentially go up against like.
I just want to point out is when I made this very reasonable argument, people in the comments called me a Smurf and they shat on me. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right, continue.
Yeah, you filthy Smurf! How
Smurf.
dare you? How dare you try and learn a character with a very like punishing skill curve that you've never played before? Yeah,
Bronze
it
or
is a tough
silver
problem.
players.
It's a tough problem to solve.
Right.
Like even then, I was still just getting destroyed as Spider-Man. So I'm like,
Mm.
I'm just gonna make a new account, play as Spider-Man, and I really enjoyed my time as him.
Mhm.
And it was a lot harder than what I thought it was gonna be. But I just feel like everyone hates him. His reputation is in the ground. It's in the dirt. You just go on a Reddit. You go on the Marvel Rivals Reddit,
Mhm.
and like, I want to say like at least 40% of the posts are about how Spider-Man is a menace. J. Jonah Jameson was right. And right now, like I feel like Spider-Man in Spider-Man 2 when he's like holding the train. I'm trying to like bring his reputation back. Like he's a good guy. He's definitely annoying to play against. I played against good Spider-Man, and I see where people come from, but I feel like sometimes don't want to take the time to try and counter him. They want to stick with their composition that they're playing with. They feel comfortable with the character,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Oh, Spider-Man's so hard to deal with." And a good Spider-Man is annoying, but I feel like there's plenty of counters.
Yeah, I mean, even as a Hawkeye main, like I won't swap to counter. I don't swap off for anything.
That's right.
Unless I lose the ego duel, then I'll swap out of shame. But I find as Hawkeye, it's really easy to deal with Spider-Man because as soon as he just lunges into you after he's used his dive thing, you just slash him away and knock him back, and he's like, "All right, well, I guess I'm leaving. Okay, bye."
Yeah,
know.
there was one game when I was playing as Spider-Man. I mean, I feel like you don't really encounter too many Black Widows in comp.
Mhm.
So I saw a Black Widow, and I'm thinking in my head, she's probably similar to like a Moon Knight in terms of targets, where Moon Knight's pretty easy to target because he doesn't have many escape options, and his only escape option is just like floating away very slowly.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm gonna go after this Black Widow. I go in and dive her, and it's like the very beginning of the match, and I didn't realize like her whole kit. So she has like this kick ability that like stuns you
Pause
for like half a
Pause for
second.
So what he's I just want to point out is like someone who plays Black Widow into Spider-Man, that might be the first Black Widow you've seen as Spider-Man, but you're the 100th Spider-Man she's seen as Black Widow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she is ready.
She has
That's
years
true.
of experience at this point.
And she stunned me and just headshot me, and then boom, I'm dead. I'm like, what just happened? Like, it was crazy. But no, yeah, like I feel like there are counters, like just like you said, Hawkeye, maybe not a direct counter, but Spider-Man has that move where he pulls himself to you, and I
Yeah.
feel like a Hawkeye, if he has enough reaction, just line up that shot,
Yeah.
hit him right away, because he's going in a singular movement, so like where he's gonna come at you.
Right.
Obviously, Namor,
Yep. Them turrets.
them turrets, Scarlet Witch, just I mean, I can't believe how easy she is to play, and she is pretty fun sometimes. I really do kind of like playing as her. I have a
Mhm.
friend who's a Magneto main, and sometimes he'll kind of be like, "Oh, just play Scarlet Witch for me." I'm like, I'll give it a shot.
I don't like how sexual that sounded almost. Play Scarlet Witch for me. Do
Dress
it.
up in that pretty Scarlet Witch outfit for me.
You remember that episode of Rick and Morty? Like the slut!
Slut! Slut dragon.
Have fun with it.
Slut dragon!
Oh man.
Penny Parker, I feel like she's not like
Yeah, that's
as
true.
much of a counter, but if he steps on those like within that field, he
Yeah,
can get blown up
the
pretty
mines.
quickly.
Yeah,
The thing.
yeah. The
Another good one.
the
Thing
big
is a hard
AOE
counter to
circle thing
Spider-Man
that
for
stops
sure.
all movement.
Yep, that, and he can't move anywhere for like 2 seconds, I think it is, and
But
he's
again,
pretty
all that
vulnerable
is like
once that
if those
happens.
characters
Right.
pay attention to the back line, which a lot of times they do not.
Well, he's talking like GM too.
Yeah,
right?
he
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
He is GM, so they might actually turn around and look
Listen,
around.
I'm GM also, and they don't pay attention. It's like 50. It's like 50-50. GM is where they start to pay attention, but they
Yeah.
still don't all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, he's. I think you're right. I think at this point it's now just a meme to just trash on Spider-Man because everybody wants to be the Jonah Jameson and just scream Spider-Man. But I
Afraid
don't
to
think
put on
he's
a
that
mask.
difficult to deal with, honestly.
I agree with you to an extent about it being a meme, but up in like Diamond, like once the ban phase start happening,
Yeah.
like even if someone on your own team is a Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
they will still ban him, which I feel like it's kind of ridiculous. Like, I mean, I understand like people have probably been spurned by a bad Spider-Man in the past, and they just hold on to that. Like I mean, you see the
Yeah.
memes about like the 2-15 Spider-Man. And
It was
I
me.
mean, there's definitely bad Spider-Man players, but if you get a good Spider-Man on your team, that is such a good help. Just like being able to take out a healer and essentially making it a 5v6
Yeah,
and taking out one of the most important, pieces of the team.
right. Yeah, sometimes you don't even have to kill the strategist, but just distracting them for that 1-2 seconds where they're not healing their tank, it's enough for everybody else to just focus the tank down, and now it's still another 5v6.
Exactly.
I'm on that
But,
point too. It's like you can force
so
out big
with
cooldowns
the-
with Spider-Man.
the
Like
chain-
you can force out cloak and daggers, right click, that her big healing. AOE, you can
Loki's
force
thing.
You can force
Yeah,
out Loki's thing, you can
Loki
force out
healing.
Soban. That's all big value that you might not be thinking about. You don't necessarily have to get kills to get value.
Yeah.
Changes that are coming with season 2. Obviously they're getting rid of some of the old team ups. But in season 1.5, what did you think was the most frustrating team up to deal with?
I think I would have to say the unlimited ammo from Rocket.
Yeah.
Because I mean, essentially, like with the Punisher, it feels like he has another turret out, except without just that less damage or that damage protection that the turret kind of like provides him.
Mm-hmm.
And then with Bucky, I'm just surprised they didn't give him an actual nerf. They just kind of left him the same. They
Yeah.
gave him a team up
They gave-
essentially, and
They gave him a team up to dive in, just what he needed.
yeah. Like if anything, just like lower his ultimate like cooldown or whatever. Like when he can spam it again, like to like I think it's 8 seconds right now. Like maybe
Yeah.
just do it to 6. Like just lower that time.
Mhm.
But
This guy's speaking to my soul.
sorry, I got on a tangent there. But it
You're
would be
good.
that one. It would
He's
be that
dropping
one.
bars.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree with you, and I think to reel Bucky in with the ult, if they're not gonna reduce the cooldown of it, they should reduce the damage of follow up uses on it to where you have to land your shots instead of just ulting them at full health and you have to hit them
Yeah.
one time. They should, reduce the damage of the second cast by like 15% and then by 20%
They
and
reduced
keep
the
lowering it
threshold,
down so
you
he's
have
not
to get them to lower
just
HP to
spawn-
kill them now.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
I mean, this
yeah.
was all just again. This was
yeah.
speculative.
This is before.
Yeah. But on the bright side, like I have not seen much Bucky since the nerfs, and I still think Bucky's good. I think it's just that psychological impact we're talking about. So I'll
Yeah.
take it for now. Yeah, I'll
I
take it for
still
now.
see him a lot. It's just another one of those things, right? Where there's other options to play that are probably better, but he's still a good character. Like it's not like
Mhm.
he's suddenly bad. So
Right.
on camping for 45 seconds.
Yeah, it's
Again.
crazy like how many KOs he can chain together, especially like once people start staggering. Like once one person dies, I feel like everyone should back up. But for some reason, people kind of think, "Oh, I can take him on. I can take him on." When it's a 5v6, they have a numbers advantage. Then you hear again, and then it's like 4v6, and then he keeps getting closer and closer to spawn. And it's like just everyone stay in. It's not worth it.
Just wait the 8
This
seconds,
mofo was
please.
spitting.
Oh, good old Bucky. Okay, so the last question I have for you today is, what character do you want to see brought into Rivals?
I have been watching the Daredevil show on Disney Plus,
Okay.
so I'd probably have to go with Daredevil. I just because I feel like I've seen people talk about it before, and
Mhm.
I feel like it would be pretty cool to implement a character that could probably sense invisible characters. So like with Invisible Woman
Ooh,
going invisible
true.
for those like staying invisible if she doesn't move, like being able to sense her out, or Psylocke when she does her invisibility.
Pause,
Like I
pause,
know
pause,
there's
pause,
not too
pause,
many
pause.
characters that go.
You don't need a Daredevil for this, guys. Play Captain America when they go invisible, throw the shield at the ground where they were. It'll bounce to them and take them out of invisibility.
Yeah,
So,
Strats already.
that is a neat
Yep.
idea, though. I do kind of like that. I would love to see Daredevil in the game.
Invisible right now,
Mhm.
but I feel like it would be pretty cool to get a little bit more, get his style, and then get in another like melee brawler type DPS.
Yeah,
That would be pretty cool. I think if they do like a Daredevil thing, I would think that like if he gets close to like he can have almost like wall hacks where he can like it'll just pull up like a red like shadow image like standstill of like a character, and he can like kind of track their movement through a wall. I think that would be soming interesting
I've
they
always
could do
thought
with
it
that.
funny that Daredevil has the
Yeah,
real bat
I think
powers
that'd
and
be pretty
Batman's
cool.
just
And then
a
I think
wingman.
he would be more of like I feel like he would be
True.
another hybrid DPS where he kind of has utility to him, where it's not just, you know, something different in the DPS category, kind of like what they tried with Mr. Fantastic, who's been
Hmm.
R.I.P. Conrad after those nerfs. But I heard they're giving him buffs this season, so hopefully
Oh, they did.
hopefully that'll
Yeah.
kind of turn around for Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, this is Conrad's time to shine. These are the buffs he was talking about. But
All that
all
time
right,
just to see my boy
is
nerd.
there
I was
anything
like,
else
what
that
the
you want to let anybody else in the Marvel Rivals community know? You know, what is your overall message you want everyone to hear?
I feel very excited for the game overall. It feels like the devs really listen to the community, um, but don't just kind of like cave into every whim that we ask for. Kind of like,
Yeah.
I know I said I was upset about it, but Bucky not getting a nerf, I feel like everyone's been asking for that. Very surprised they didn't give him one, but clearly they feel that he's in a good state. So maybe these upcoming characters will kind of be characters that give him trouble. I know they were saying that starting season 3, one new character a month, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's insane pace.
And then the last thing I want to say is I really feel like people should open up their hearts and put on the mask and try Spider-Man.
Stop
And
this
see
man!
that
He's trying to get more
he is an
Spider-Man
annoying
out there.
character
Cut!
to deal with.
Cut!
But it is
Bring on
he
the
does have a
spiders.
high skill ceiling and a high skill floor. He's not someone you can just get on and just kill people right away on. It
I like
takes
how he
a while.
said that. It's like, open
Right.
up your
And
hearts.
Find it in
to
your hearts
terrorizing the back line.
to be
Make
more
their lives
accepting
miserable.
of the Spider-Man in our community. He is not a menace. He is a hero.
Feed and blame the supports.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Homer Sapien, for joining me today. And if you have a hot take, think your heart stuck gold because your strategists are boosted, or you have a complaint you feel the community needs to hear, join the Discord. Links will be down in the description. And go to the sorry, I'm trying to read my script and I can't. Look for the To Be on an Episode channel and
Yes.
tell us, you want to be a part of Heavy Metal, and I or one of the other hosts will get in contact with you. So,
Volunteer
again,
as
thank
tribute.
you, Mr. Homer Sapien, and let's send it back to the boys.
Shark bait. Ooh, ha,
One of us. One of us.
ha. Thank
was
you,
cool.
Homer.
Yes, thank
appreciate
you,
it.
Homer Sapien.
All right. So that brings us to the end of another lovely episode with me and the boys. So I'd like to take a second and ask everybody to join the Discord. Leave us a comment on Spotify. Leave us a review. Tell me I sound like the annoying kid. In
Actually,
Polar
hang on.
Express.
Can we get clarification as to who the annoying kid is on the Polar Express? Like,
It's
who is
probably
that?
me.
The dude who
It's
voices
100%
Mandark.
me. Oh.
From Dexter's Laboratory. Same voice.
That's it.
Okay,
But
you know
join-
what? That
join
is
the-
Conrad, 100%.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
right.
yeah. Join the Discord.
Mm.
Like the YouTube video. Leave a message. Follow us. Do all the stuffs for us.
Like, comment, and
Give us-
subscribe. Ring the bells for
Ring
notifications.
the bell.
Conrad
Now-
is really bad at this whole like plugging and call to
Where-
action type thing.
Where can people find you guys? The Hero Work.
You can find me at the YouTube and
You cut out again. I mean, you said Twitch TV.
the Heater Work at Twitch TV.
There you go.
Yes.
There you
Uh,
go.
I am Vance Helsing Gaming. I have a YouTube channel called Vance Helsing Gaming. I also run the Marvel Rivals Review Twitch, and if you want to get a hold of me, find me on Discord because I don't use social media that often.
Yeah.
Florida Man.
Similarly, I am Florida Man MD on all of my socials, which I don't use very often. So the best way to interact with me is to come and hang out in the Discord because that is
Yeah.
mostly where I live. So
Yes. And he's done a great job at like making our Discord beautiful. So
He has.
thank you.
and you can find me blaming my supports at Twitch TV /Conrad Gunther. You can always find me in the Discord as well. Please volunteer to be on an episode. I really like this segment of getting the community heard. I thought it's a little bit different. It's something I'm cool. I also want to bring on more guests here in the following weeks as well. If you have any suggestions or comments, please let us know. And we appreciate you guys as always for hanging out and giving us your support. So peace.
Yes. Thanks, everybody.
Spider Joe,
Bye.
come back.